meaning of life is finding your true self from the inside. That's actually why you're here. That is actually why we have taken birth. That's what we are here for, is to know the truth of ourselves. Along the way, we study in school, we have jobs, we have families, we build houses, we play all sorts of roles, we do all sorts of duties. Wonderful. But the actual core reason we're here is through that. I'm a student over here, then I'm a husband or wife over here, a mother or father over here, a person doing this job over here. Throughout all that, I need to keep being able to have that experience of who I really am. Playing the role of this person, that person. And it doesn't mean that the roles are bad. Roles are wonderful. If you doubt that, read the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna so beautifully, do your duty. Your dharma is as a warrior. This war, this battle, this job, this is your dharma to do this. To bring back dharma, righteousness, to the adharma, to the lack of righteousness. But never forget, you're just the actor playing the role. You're not really the doer. You're not really this body. You're not really this role. You're not her son, their brothers, her wife. You are that which was never born, will never die. Right? That's where we have that famous teaching of the Gita. You are that, the soul, which cannot be burned by fire, dried by the wind, cut with knives, wet with water, right? That's who you are. The rest is a drama. Yes, you have to play it. And you have to play it very well, very sincerely, to the best of your abilities. And while you're playing it, never forget who you are. And one way to think about it is if you think about an actor or an actress, a good one, playing roles. Now, if you talk to any actor or actress who's really good, what you'll know is they really have to become the role. They don't feel like they're just, playing a role. They really, how does this person think? How does that person walk? What is important? They really get into the character. But they also never forget that they aren't the character. Throughout history, however many thousands of years we may have been having people put on some form of dramatic play, if not thousands, at least hundreds we know. People have been doing dramas. Bollywood produces God knows how many movies a year. Hollywood produces God knows how many movies. So we have this almost infinite number. Whether it's movies, commercials, TV, theater drama, school theater drama. But never have I heard, ever of a story of an actor who was playing the part of a villain and actually went home and murdered his family because he forgot it was only a part. Never happens. Even the best actors, the best actresses, there's always a villain, but the villains never get off that set, get off that stage, and start killing people in the audience, or go home and kill their families, or kill the cast backstage. Because they couldn't get out of character. Because they forgot. So even the best ones, they know it's just a role. And in the same way, Your question is, who am I playing the role? Who's the actor here? So for actors and actresses, it's easy. They've got a whole other role as the one who is the actor. Whole different identity. So on stage, one identity, off stage, a different identity. For you, allow yourself, when you sit in meditation, it's a beautiful meditation, allow yourself to think about all the roles you play. One of the meditations that I lead frequently is one where we just let go with every breath of every role we play. Because we all play so many roles in our life. We're our parents' children, we're our children's parents, we have our job, we have a friend, we have this role that we play in society. A successful one, a not successful one, a popular one, a not popular one, someone who the culture thinks of as beautiful, someone the culture doesn't think of as beautiful, someone who's accepted based on how rich they are, someone who's not accepted, whatever it may be. We have so many roles we play. Allow yourself to think about all the different roles you play. Some of them you play by choice. Our relationships, our jobs, yeah, it's good. Relationships are good, jobs are good. Roles in society, good. Remember, it's not about bad or good. There may be some you want to drop. If you've adopted an identity that doesn't work. Oh, I'm the one who always fails. Oh, I'm the one who's not good enough. I'm the one no one likes. Well, those are stupid roles to play. Let them go. You're the director of your own drama. If you were an out-of-work actress, you'd have to take whatever role came. But when you are the director, the producer, the casting agent, you're everything. So you get to decide, all right, I'm prepared to play these ones, I'm not prepared to play these ones. I won't play the worthless one anymore. I won't play the failure anymore. So you drop some of them. But the other ones, even that you know you're going to keep playing, a daughter, a wife, a mother, a yoga teacher, whatever it may be. But allow yourself, when you sit for meditation, to drop into a place of, who am I that isn't that role? Who am I that isn't the daughter, the mother, the sister, the wife, the yoga? What is it that isn't the role? And allow yourself to drop into that and give yourself a felt sense experience of that. A beautiful practice is every night at the end of the day, when you sit for just a few minutes of meditation, do a visualization the way that actors take off costumes and wash off makeup. Literally allow yourself to visualize unzipping all the different costumes that you wear during the day. You've got a role in the office place, you've got a role in the society, you have a role in your family, no problem. But at the end of the day, take a few minutes and just allow yourself to unzip them all until there's nothing left but just that pure consciousness, just that pure experience of self. And then in the morning, put them back on. As long as you've got duties to do in the world, by all means, put them back on. Yeah, you're going to get up and make breakfast for the kids? All right, put on the mother role. It's wonderful. But allow yourself to realize these are roles I'm playing. I'm playing them consciously, I'm playing them willingly. I'm doing them to the best of my ability, and it isn't who I am. And if you develop this practice every day of taking them off and putting them back on, you will come into a great familiarity with the you who is still sitting there after you've removed them. And the you who sits down, ready to have them put on in the morning. And what that means is that then, whenever you sit to meditate, whenever you need to access that true self that isn't your role, you'll be able to access her. Because you'll already know her. But it only comes from practice and from experience. And allow yourself to just keep going within and meditating. Another beautiful meditation technique is the technique of what's called Neti-Neti, which means not this, not this. And it's a technique that begins, you sit down and we say, all right, I'm not my sorry. Okay, we all know that. Nobody's going to say, yeah, you are. Not my sorry. I understand I change my clothes every day, but I don't change. Then you go a layer deeper. You say, well, I'm not my skin. Well, I know that because my skin keeps sloughing off and I get new skin, but I'm still there. Well, I'm not my blood because I can donate blood. I can receive a blood transfusion. Can do all these things with my blood, but it doesn't change who I am. If God forbid I get cut, I lose a lot of blood. The doctors will take care of me, but I haven't lost myself. And if I get a blood transfusion, I'm not suddenly someone else. So I'm not my blood. I'm not my bones. Break a bone. Okay, well, you're still there. You've got a cast, but you're still there. I'm not my organs. Again, all of these things, they just keep regenerating. Every 7-8 years, all the cells of the organs keep regenerating. But 7-8 years ago, you were saying I. You were saying me. This isn't a new phenomenon that now that I have this kidney, I'm saying I. You've been saying I long before you had that kidney or that liver or that spleen. 10 years ago, you were saying I. And you had a totally different liver and kidney and spleen. All the cells have changed. Different blood cells, different skin cells. So you keep going layer by layer. I'm not my clothes, I'm not my skin, I'm not my blood. And as you do it, before you go to the next layer, make sure that there's a sense inside that goes, yeah. Don't move on to the next layer until there's a felt sense awareness of, yes, got it, I agree. Like, yes, I know I'm not my bones. Then you move on. Not my organs. Okay, sit with that for a minute. Yeah, I'm aware I'm not my organs. Keep going. And eventually what you'll come to is, I'm not my thoughts. Well, and we know that because the thoughts actually are just chemicals in the brain. Electricity in the brain. If you've got no chemicals or electricity in your brain, I promise you're not having any thoughts. So the thoughts are just patterns in the brain. Like bubbles again on the water, they come, they pop, they go, but I stay. I have so many thoughts. Every minute I have so many thoughts. But my thoughts keep changing, but I'm still here. So I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my history. Again, because my cells keep changing, so something happened to me 10 years ago. It didn't happen to me. There isn't one cell of my body that happened to. So slowly, slowly you go through everything you can think of. My fears, my emotions, all of that. Everything that we would say is of the mind is manifest through the brain. It's chemical, it's electrical, they're patterns. I'm not that. And slowly, slowly you remove all of that which you are not. And you'll come to that place, like I was saying about peeling the onion, you'll come to that place where there's nothing left to say you're not. You've already said, okay, I'm not this, not that, and there's now nothing else to say that you're not. And you'll come to just a place of quiet. And in that place of quiet, an experience of who you really are will emerge. And again, it may not be words, it may not be a description, but it's an experience. It's a knowing of who you are. But you have to feel it. You have to go within. Okay? And remember, that is the purpose of your life. So we better do it. I'll end tonight with sharing my favorite example about this, or way of thinking about that, which is a study that they did, a psychological study that they did, where they took students and they made them watch a 6-minute basketball game. And there was a red team and a white team. And they told the students, okay, your job is to count how many baskets each team makes. Okay, well, for 6 minutes, basketball is one of those sports that's much easier to follow than some other sports. So you can figure out how many baskets. Okay, one for the white, another for the white. Okay, one for the red. Very easy to count them. So at the end of the study, at the end of the 6 minutes, all of the participants were given a sheet of paper that had 3 questions. Question 1, how many baskets did the white team make? Pretty much they all got 100% correct. Question number 2, how many baskets did the red team make? And again, they pretty much got it all right. Question number 3, did you notice anything else? More than 50% of the people said no. Now, as it turns out with this particular study, like many psychological studies, what they tell you the point of the study is never what the point of the study is. So it turns out that halfway through the basketball game, a very large gorilla, a person dressed in a very large gorilla suit, came out onto the middle of the basketball court and proceeded to dance center stage right in front of the camera and then exited the court. More than 50% of the people missed it. Now, they were amazed. How is this possible? The kids didn't take a nap, they didn't fall asleep, they didn't get distracted because they all got exactly how many baskets. So clearly they were paying attention. Their eyes were open. How did they possibly miss a massive gorilla who came and danced on the middle of the court, in the middle of the game? And the answer is the key here. And the key to her question. It wasn't what they were told to look for. Very simple. They were following instructions. Count baskets. Pay attention to the red team and the white team. If at the beginning the researchers had said, oh, and by the way, actually something else is going to happen and make sure you don't miss it, nobody would miss it. If at the beginning the researchers said, so watch the game, but really that isn't the point, they wouldn't miss it. The problem is their instructions were, count the baskets. And this is what happens in our lives. We are very good at following instructions. We are told, get a good education, get a good job, make a lot of money, be socially popular. This morning, I was giving a talk at Noida University, and we were talking about redefining success. And I asked them, I said, all right, well, tell me, what is the definition of success now? So the first two answers that came were making a lot of money. And the second was to be very well followed on social media. So these are the instructions we're given. Good education, make a lot of money, look the right way in the right clothes, and make sure, for youth in school, social media is the thing. For adults, it may not be. It's more of something in the society. But the point being, be someone who people like. Be the most popular one. Be the one invited to all the parties. Be the one people say, that person. Those are the instructions we're given. And so we do it. And the problem is that actually, that's not the point. Actually, there's something entirely separate. And most of us miss it. And that's to know who you are. To have the experiential awareness of who you are. So consider yourself now properly warned. There is something else. Don't miss it. Keep doing what you've been told to do. Keep doing all those things, nothing wrong with it, it's wonderful, but just remember, along the way, this isn't actually what it's about. So make sure to keep your eyes open. Not just the outer eyes, but the inner eyes. So you don't miss it.